to be with you here in this present moment and in any moment. We meet most, whenever I can, weeknights at 7:30. My name is Dan, or Coach, and I'm your host for today's session. Each Dantian Energy Presents is approximately 20 minutes long, and it consists of a brief warm-up. Then we have a topic of discussion, then a guided meditation, and then finally we set you on your way with some parting words of wisdom. So let's go ahead and get started with today's Tune In and Tune Up. While we introduce today's topic of discussion, while we do so, you may want to do any form of expressive movement you may like. Could be shaking, could be tapping, could be dancing, whatever sounds good to you. While we introduce energy, may I allow energy? May I appreciate energy? And finally, may I let go of energy? Awesome. So just a little something to shake us up from whatever we were doing just a few moments ago. And now a valuable reminder, the real meditation is how you live your life. Some potentially wise words of Jon Kabat-Zinn, and some words that resonate very true with me, and I hope are valuable being shared with you as well. Energy, today's topic of discussion. What is energy? Well, energy is the vitality to sustain activity. One way when we define or say energy, what we mean is a vitality to sustain activity. Another thing we could mean when we say energy is power derived from resources. We can think of like electricity or coal or natural gas or whatever, all ways of describing power derived from energy. You can also think about, the food we eat, or, the way plants photosynthesize from the sun. And lastly, the kind of scientific and, physics definition of energy is the capacity for work. And again, that's also kind of very applicable for life, if we use kind of very pragmatic definitions. But again, when we say energy, we can often mean the capacity for work. So why do we care about energy? Well, for one, it's constituent, meaning it makes up this reality. For all we know of energy, there is still a lot of mystery surrounding energy. But one thing we can possibly be for certain is that it is a constituent of our reality. Next, energy can help us gain insight. And by insight, I mean particularly seeing life as it is, in the depth of understanding. And by that, I mean particularly the understanding of the impermanent nature of life. So we think of energy and how it comes and goes. And then also the ever-changing nature of it. So, energy is always changing form. Never destroyed, right? It's always constantly being preserved, however, constantly changing forms. Fascinating. And then lastly, utilization. We can use that energy, right? We want to have action and practice, the do's, the verbs in life. Yeah, energy. Gonna need that. How do we learn more about energy? I think perhaps one of the most powerful ways to learn about anything is openness. So simply being open to what is, what information is out there, perhaps even things that challenge your current beliefs. I think starting from a foundation of openness to energy as a whole is a great way to learn about it. The next way is study. So once we've opened ourselves to maybe things that are even contradictory, let us begin to then study and delve into, a little bit more of what is energy and what's it all about. And then lastly, practice. So again, kind of similar to utilization, putting all of the information and all of the understandings that we have gained and then putting them into practice. And by practice, I mean doing so particularly with a sense of curiosity and perhaps even a sense of playfulness. Research supports that if you do something with a level of play, you'll actually learn it quicker. So I think that's a very, very valuable tool to utilize. We are all connected to each other biologically, to the earth chemically, and to the rest of the universe atomically. I thought that's a very nice quote that kind of hits upon energy as a whole. That's a quote by Neil deGrasse Tyson. Famous, we'll say, top scientist. Lovely. So now it is time for us to begin our meditation on energy. So find yourself into a comfortable meditative position, whatever that means for you. Your position or posture in meditation may be the object of meditation. And we'll first begin by attending to our senses. Beginning first with our vision, seeing the world around us. Next, the sounds, hearing our reality near and far. Good. And next, our touch, our sense of feeling, points of contact, things we often ignore throughout the day, but are constantly with us. Next, smelling the smells of our reality. Smelling as many smells as you can. And finally, taste. Allowing, accepting, appreciating whatever taste is in your mouth this very moment. Good. And now, let us get our sense of space, our proprioception, our orientation in space. Are you laying down? Are you sitting? And finally, our interoception, our inner sense, turning inward, feeling inner self. Good. And as we continue to turn inward, now may be a perfect opportunity to gently close your eyes, or perhaps a gentle, fixed gaze. We'll first begin with foundation of the breath. Simply attending to and paying attention to the breath and the experience of breathing. Not thinking about breathing, simply breathing. Allowing, accepting, experiencing the experience of breath. Good. Now, I would like you to pay attention to wherever you feel the breath the most. Tuning into this area, and then beginning to expand our awareness to throughout our breath. The wholeness of breath, the in-breath, the out-breath, perhaps a moment of stillness. Feeling the breath in our head, in our chest, and our bellies. Soft, gentle belly breathing. expanding our belly 360 degrees. Good. And now, I would like you to introduce to conscious awareness for the first time energy for you. There is no right energy or wrong energy, simply bringing into conscious awareness energy in any way. Good. And now, gently returning attention to the breath, reminding ourselves that the breath is a constant we can return to at any point, any moment. Good. And next, we'll continue to expand our conscious awareness from our breath to our bodies, feeling the sensations and experiences of our body. Perhaps doing a brief body scan now, starting at our head, and going down to our forehead, and our eyes, our ears, and our nose, and our mouth, and our tongue, our neck, shoulders, down our upper arms, elbows, forearms, hands and fingertips, flowing back upwards to the arms, up to the shoulders and chest, feeling your upper back, mid back, ribs, lower back, belly, pelvis, points of contact, legs, knees, calves and shin, feet, and toes. Now, feeling as much as you are able from your head all the way down to your toes. Simply feeling the wholeness of body. If you're experiencing any areas of difficulty or challenge, turning towards those areas now with an allowance and acceptance and appreciation. Good. And now, directing our attention to an area of our body where we feel nothing at all. Good. And now let's continue to expand our conscious awareness from the physical awareness of our bodies to all of the experiences and feelings and complexity of our human emotions and feelings. Allowing, accepting, appreciating whatever we may be feeling in this very moment. Turning towards those feelings now with an allowance, acceptance, and appreciation, or perhaps an observance of feeling nothing at all. Good. And now, I would like you to reintroduce into conscious awareness energy for you. And this time, as we bring energy into conscious awareness, I would like you to feel energy. Feel energy for you. Feel into energy, feel to energy, feel through energy, feel any and all feelings of energy at all. Good. And now, I would like to take a moment to observe how our feelings have changed from one moment to the next. and how that influences our conscious reality. Next, we will engage with mind. We will first begin by greeting mind as an old friend. And as we begin to observe mind, let us observe any and all characteristics of mind. Perhaps any weight of mind, any movement of mind, fluidity of mind, speed of mind, volume of mind, any and all characteristics of mind you may be able to observe. How do we observe mind? Okay. Now, using mind, I would like you to bring to mind conscious awareness in the greatest detail imaginable, energy for you. Visualizing energy, creating energy, every and all details of energy for you. Good. We may begin with this energy for you and continue to expand all the way to all of the energy in all of the universe. Imagine all of the energy in all of the universe. Infinite, complex, interconnected, and unified under one true nature of energy. Good. And now, just as we have brought energy to mind, conscious awareness many a times, let us now let energy fade to nothing. Energy to nothing. To nothing. We'll begin to wrap up this practice with a loving kindness practice. First, warming up our loving kindness engines by bringing to conscious awareness an object we connect with very easily. Good. And now, bringing ourselves into conscious awareness, showering ourselves inside and out with loving kindness. And loving kindness is a personal expression of any way. It is simply an intention of goodwill. Good. And now, bringing to conscious awareness someone who has helped you recently and offering them loving kindness. Good. And now, bringing to conscious awareness an individual or situation in which you know is having difficulty or challenge and offering them loving kindness. And now, bringing to conscious awareness someone you connect with very deeply, very profoundly, and offering them loving kindness. And finally, giving yourself the gratitude challenge, bringing to conscious awareness someone who has influenced your life in any way that you would not else otherwise take a moment to think of and bring to conscious awareness and offer them loving kindness. Okay. And as we begin to conclude this practice, may we remind ourselves that a plethora of experiences may have arisen throughout this session, as well as the totality of life. Let us continue to turn towards those experiences and all experiences with an allowance, an acceptance, and an appreciation and due diligence to see life as is. And as we gently return our conscious awareness to our surroundings, and our environments, and our bodies, and our breath, perhaps finding some gentle movement, let us thank ourselves for taking the time to honor ourselves in the present moment. Lovely. And now, for some parting wisdom. Hakuin used to tell his pupils about an old woman who had a tea shop, praising her understanding of Zen. The pupils refused to believe what he had told them, and would go to the tea shop and find out for themselves. Whenever the woman saw them coming, she could tell at once whether they had come for tea or to look into her grasp of Zen. In the former case, if they were simply looking for tea, she would serve them graciously. In the latter, she would beckon the pupils to come behind her screen, and the instant they obeyed, she would strike them with a fire poker. 9 out of 10 of them could not escape her beating. Little interesting story there. It's got some layers to it. Lovely. Thank you all for joining me once again for Dantian Energy Presents. My name is Dan. I'm your coach or host or session leader, whatever you want to call it. We meet most weeknights, some weeknights, 7:30. We meet to honor the present moment and find ourselves in any times. If you got something out of this, think about liking, commenting, or sharing. My goal, our goal, is to connect with as many people as humanly possible. So anything you do and all things you do help towards that goal. Isn't that beautiful? So thank you again and again and again. Much love and appreciation as always. Take it easy and best ventures until next time. Adios.